When you have to face somebody like Dominick a third time, do you feel that there's any, chance that you might overanalyze the fight, look into it too much, nitpick on things maybe that about trying to even the score?
Absolutely not. I'm not a guy that dwells on. I don't sit at home and watch tape over and over again. I watch it a couple of times. I have my coaches check it out. I write down things that I think I'll have success with. I write a bunch of great things that I'll feel when I win. The rewards of a good battle. But you can't control an outcome. You can only control what you put into it. So I stop. Whenever there's an opportunity to improve on something or somebody offers a service, I always take it. I remember a girl came in a couple times. People have talked to, and they want to do sports psychology, want to offer it to the team, and I'm like, I'll do it. Why not? I remember I had all these goals, and she just pointed out, you can't control this, knocking him out in this first. You can't control this. You can control these things. There's output goals and there's input goals. So I don't worry about all that. I'm going to train my butt off, and I'm going to go out there to win. I'm going to lay it all on the line. I'm going to push myself to the brink of not being here anymore. That's it. I don't really consider myself one that thinks about that or is defined by a belt. I like the idea of beating Dominick Cruz and being number one in the world. I always believed that myself, that I am the number one fighter. But I did have a dream last night, and it felt great. I woke up and I was like, man, I can't wait to have this belt. I had this whole dream where I was walking around with the belt, and so deep down, I really want that belt.
You're right. Have you looked into the new CSAC weight cutting rules at all?
You know what? I've done a little bit of research. I've had my management team, MMA Inc., look into it, and I don't think it's going to apply to this fight. If it does apply moving forward, I probably won't be able to compete because I cut a lot of weight. And I've actually grown throughout the years being someone, if you do something over and over again, your body's not deteriorating, you're probably getting stronger. So, when I was fighting 45s, I was weighing 154, 156. Now I can get up to 163, in the off season, which is crazy. So if they do implement some rule and I fight in California, I won't be able to fight 35s if I can't put my weight back on. It won't be healthy.
Is there a concern, because they're going to be testing for hydration, is there a concern that you may not meet that hydration threshold?
Oh man, I've done hydration tests in college. We had to do a test where I weighed in at 133 pounds. I wrestled 133 all through college. I had to weigh 133 pounds, completely hydrated, meaning you have to pee clear, and they do a body fat test to make sure you're not too far under it. And I understand the science of the body. I understand how to manipulate that a little bit. So will I ever be hydrated on a weigh-in? Absolutely not. Could I have a bladder full of water? Yes.
Can I ask you, we've seen a lot of your compatriots and the sport become a real celebrity thing now. It's gone beyond just sports. How comfortable are you being a celebrity?
It's pretty subjective, I got used to a long time ago, although it was weird at first because I have such a unique name, people saying Urijah and me thinking I know him. So I'm used to that part. People in your business, I'm not Britney Spears. I don't need to freak out and shave my head or anything. People are pretty respectful. I do enjoy some of the perks, like being able to wear sandals and a hat in a club that maybe wouldn't allow that otherwise. But my life is pretty simple, man. I go to the gym, I hang out with my friends, same friends I've always had, and I enjoy my community. And I feel like it's a lot of Urijah, what's up? Versus trying to fucking steal my shirt or something.
And what about the notion of all these celebrities? Justin Bieber has come out as a huge UFC fan now. What do you think that brings to your sport, if anything?
Oh, it's great. And I mean, they should be fans of our sport. It's the best sport in the world. I remember the last time Cruz and I fought in 2011, I was up against the cage and I saw a prepubescent Bieber. He just hit puberty, looking up like that. I'm like, what's up, Biebs? I was thinking that, and I liked it. I like that he likes the sport and other people like the sport. They should. I mean, we're doing battle. We're gladiators, and I appreciate everything they do as well. I love to be entertained by the entertainment community. So it's mutual respect for sure. And I would say, I think he got a little bit of humble pie when he started talking about Nate's technique, because Nate is a savage beast in this sport who's put in so much time and so much effort. So I saw them take a picture together, which I was happy about because I'm a Bieber fan. and I'm also Diaz is a good friend of mine, so it was good to see them. I'm glad that Diaz didn't slap him.
One more thing
In
about
terms of that, do you think that Bieber, given his angry side, would be a good UFC fighter potentially?
I think so. I mean, this is all relative to him learning the sport.
Yeah.
But a guy like that has confidence. That's the biggest part of our sport is self-confidence and self-belief. So, I think Bieber would be good. Now, we have to learn a hard lesson of what you need to do, of course. I heard he trains with Floyd, and so why not? I'm not someone to tell someone else that they're going to get beat up. That's a very personal thing, and we can test it out by throwing them in a cage. So Bieber might be able to kick everyone's ass. Probably not, but
Are
Just
you
one
saying
last thing
this
about
just so you can punch him in the face?
I have no desire to punch Bieber. You know how many chicks would hate me for that? I'm not dumb.
So yeah, on the weight cutting stuff, one of the things they're going to be doing is that the weigh-in's going to be earlier. It's going to be 10 a.m. the day before the fight
that's
instead
great.
of 4. You like that? You like that? That's a good thing.
I love as much time as possible to recover.
Right.
The hydration thing, that's going to be weird. It's obvious that we're not going to be hydrated for the fight. For the weigh-in, but I feel like I do a good job of scientifically getting my weight down and rehydrating and getting healthy.
What are your thoughts on the oral hydration? Do you think fighters that are doing extreme weight cuts can properly hydrate orally?
Yeah, I did last fight. I had George Lockhart, who's an amazing nutritionist, and I've got the guys at Purist Labs that I've been working with for this camp in particular. The first time I've really taken supplements because at 36 I'm looking for every advantage and studying the science. I've always had a real health-conscious mom, like health foods and like superfoods and stuff like that, but putting that together with the science of being an athlete is different. So, from eating, my mom, I remember the first time I was aware of this was my freshman year in high school. When I cut weight, my mom had me drinking carrot, garlic, beet juice, and wheatgrass juice, and some bee pollen, and some royal jelly. These are all superfoods. And she thought, that's healthy stuff, but it's not good for performance. So I felt that. So I've been working with Purist Labs and Brandon, who's the formulator there. He's a genius when it comes to putting these things together. And I have George Lockhart, who's been in my corner for weight cuts before. And I did a great job of making weight last time, and I put on 18 pounds and felt amazing. I actually felt better.
What do you cut typically?
From my heaviest, 163, 164 from when I'm in camp, 156. So I'm cutting 20 to 30 pounds.
Wow. And was this the first time you did the oral hydration?
Yeah, at 135. I'd never used an IV 45s before. So, it's never an enjoyable process, but I'll find a way to make it work.
Urijah,
That's it.
TJ Dillishaw came out saying that he doesn't believe you deserve this shot, that the UFC is kind of giving it to you because they don't believe that, you're going to continue successfully in your career. What's your take on it?
You guys bitter, huh? Sad. That's my take on it.
Did anything Cruz did in the TJ Dillishaw fight look different from, before his long layoff?
No, I don't think so. And I actually think if TJ would have been in our camp, he would have done better. I mean, there's some very basic things that TJ had trouble with for years, like not losing his temper. And the other thing is this, and I heard that TJ's coach, Dwayne, said that part of the game plan was to miss a bunch, which they hit dead on. But when you're in a fighting situation, here's defense, here's offense, here's defense, here's offense. When you're constantly going for offense and chasing somebody that's a counter puncher, you're constantly open. So that was dumb. Conserve your energy. TJ's the bigger puncher. He's the better wrestler. He just fought dumb. That was it. And his body didn't look as strong as it used to.
Did you learn anything from that fight in case you fight TJ in the future?
I've fought TJ more than I've fought anybody in the whole world. I know TJ. I don't even want to fight TJ. I have no desire to fight that guy. He's all bitter, crying about this and that. He's trying to recruit our guys. It's like, bro, just do your thing, man. I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on my team. I'm focusing on the people that matter.
Has he been actively trying to recruit Alpha Team?
Oh, I have no idea.
That was sort of my question of when you watched Dillishaw and Cruz, what did you pull from there that might help you going forward in your fight about Cruz performance and how he looked?
I felt like they both looked weak as hell after USADA got in the picture. I'm just saying. I watched Dominick's fight 2 years prior, and he was ripped and lean. I watched him when he fought me in 2007 before he lost, took a year off. He looked like skinny neck and chubby arms and all skinny fat. He comes back the next year, a year off, and he's all ripped, and then you see that, and then all of a sudden he's chubby again with his little back fat and his bitch tits. I'm like, something's fishy, and neither of those guys look good, which is great for me because I'm all natural, and I'll smack. This chin is a sign of testosterone. Genetic. It keeps getting bigger.
You saw that Instagram picture with your face on the big dude on the surfboard.
Yeah.
Who did that?
I put a call out to all the internet gangsters out there. I said, hey, this guy's my spirit animal. He got his skibbies on in the ocean, got his face, didn't give a shit about anything. I'm like, please put my face on him with a UFC strap. This is my retirement goal right here. So I got him. It came in droves. Yeah, you got it.